So my name is Michieli, and I am an executive communication coach specializing in helping engineers speak as well as they design so that they can get promoted in the workplace, so that they can manage their teams better, and as project managers so that they can become the salesperson for their organization without feeling like selling. My business has been up and running for about 3 years. Yeah, and one of the biggest challenges is that as I was working with many different coaches in the past, I was constantly being pulled off my target audience and to be delivering to people who were not my ideal client, creating content for people that were outside of the engineering industry. And so it wasn't until the beginning of this year when I reached out to Adrian, who I'd known from many years ago, and said, hey, can you help me get focused, get directed, and help me land the clients that I want to? And so that shift has been absolutely miraculous. I feel like I finally have focus. I finally have direction. I am enjoying what I'm doing now and putting things together for my ideal client, as opposed to trying to kind of like doing splatter paint where everything's going everywhere but not landing anywhere. And I'm so grateful for this work and this opportunity to focus. I was actually struggling to get leads who were my ideal lead. I would get one or two here or there. I was really making no business. I was spending money and not making any money in the business, which you'll see often in the coaching world, I think. And I just felt like I was going round and round in circles, going nowhere. Since I started this current part of the journey, I now have a really clear target audience, my ideal audience. I know exactly who they are. All of my marketing strategy, all of my work and effort that I'm putting into my business is finally actually starting to connect and attract the people that I want to work with. And there's a belief that engineers won't reach out for this type of work. But I am starting to see the amazement of how many people are in engineering leadership who struggle with the ability to transition from this technical expert to a people leader and being able to do that. And they're resonating with the work that I'm doing. And so for the first time, the algorithm on LinkedIn is actually connecting me with the people that I want to work with, and that having the niche and being really clear on that niche is really making dramatic changes. I'm starting to get people reaching out. I've gained a few clients already, and it's been fantastic. I think the thing that stands out to me is the openness to be able to communicate my story on LinkedIn in a way that resonates with my clients. And so I've often wondered, how do you get the algorithm to work for you and to work with you? And I am actually starting to see posts take off and lots of eyes and views on my work, and not just people who know me, but people who I've never met before, who are seeing my content and engaging with me, looking at my profile, starting to create those connections. And I've never, ever had that before. While all of my past clients have come somehow through LinkedIn, now I actually have a strategy that attracts people to who I am, as opposed to it just being by happen chance or circumstance. Mm-hmm. What I love is Adrian's helped me develop a conversation tool So I actually feel like I'm just having a conversation with people. One of my base beliefs is to engineer better conversations. I teach people how to have conversations, and I'm great at it in person, but reaching out and doing DM strategies has always felt like I'm being salesy, I'm being pushy. And as somebody who's introverted, that's just not something comfortable and natural for me. But because I'm not reaching out to people cold and blindly and sending messages that are just sales and marketing messages, those spammy messages that we all get in our box. Adrian's taught me how to just reach out and start a conversation, say hello, connect with people. I've managed to connect with people from my university years that I hadn't talked to in probably 20 years or 25 years, and started those conversations. And while they may not be the person who needs to hire me at this stage, they do have the connections with the people. And because we are building those relationships, we can start to source referrals, which I would have never known or had access to in the past.